Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel, Clark's Cookery. This is our very first video, and I'm going to give a quick tour of our garden. We use some of our items when we make our sauces. This is cucumbers and some sunflowers. That's a rosemary bush that I had from year before last, I think, or last year. Anyway, it was so big I split it in two. And over here we have radishes and some yellow squash. I can't companion plant the radishes and yellow squash to kind of help with the bugs, and hopefully this year I have better luck with the no vine borers, or if they do come I can get more squash. You can see some of the fruit setting there. I wrapped it in foil to kind of help keep them. Now this is something I normally don't plant, is carrots during the spring and summer. I decided I would go ahead and just do one little row and maybe just leave them there until the fall. I usually just plant them for my fall garden and harvest them in the spring. This is a jalapeno pepper bush. You see it's blooming. I had it from last summer. I started from seed and it didn't die over the winter, so it lasted. This is some basil I got from a local farm store. And here's a tomato plant. It's doing well. These are beefsteak tomatoes. First year growing this variety. Over here is more radishes. You can see, I think this is squash. This is zucchini. You can see some of the fruit set. Starting to come. Here's a squash plant that I'm watching. I hope it makes it. Here, that's another beefsteak. Here is another zucchini. Look how big that is. More zucchini and squash. More radishes. More zucchini and squash. That tomato plant's doing well. And right here I have some ginger growing up. And someone gave me a root. This is my first year with this ginger variety. Look at that. More zucchini. This is some collards I had from last fall. I've been chopping on them, so I think I may go ahead and just pull these plants out. I don't know. I was thinking I may leave them with all this COVID-19 virus stuff going on. I'm trying to stay out of the store, and I put up like 3 gallons of greens the other night. And I don't know if these will make it during the summer. They may just bolt, and if so, I'll just pull it all out. I did have more. It went around the whole garden, but I just left this bit. These are some carrots. What's left of them. I dug up quite a few yesterday. I'll come through later and get these out. More cucumbers and sunflowers. You can see with my dog, which you saw at the beginning of the video, he used to have these for breakfast. So I had to put a little hot sauce out here. And of course it kills some of the leaves, but so far he's left it alone. This is butternut squash. Will be. That's a small eggplant started from seed. These two are habaneros, started from seed. I hope they go ahead and take off. We're feeding most of the peppers and the cucumbers, things like that, with Epsom salt. And most of the garden, I started out the first couple of weeks. This is about 3 weeks worth of growth here. I started with a lot of fish emulsion, and I decided I would give everything a shot of calcium nitrate the other night to keep away blossom end rot, and I figured it may need a little calcium. This bare patch right here is going to be some snap beans. They're called giant kahunas. You can see where some of them are coming up. Very happy. This whole patch, it looks like a sunflower, I believe, up there. This is my first time doing this variety of corn, and it's already getting big. It's called Trucker's Field Corn. Yes, a yellow corn. And this beside it is a heirloom bean. It's a cranberry red bean. I'll show you all that in probably another video. There's radishes I need to thin out. There's more beans coming up. This right here is a Tabasco pepper bush I had from last year. Yep, it didn't die. I've harvested so many peppers off of this bush. It's ridiculous. This is some ornamental plants on daisy trees. They get tall and pretty and bloom around August. You'll see those in another video. This is more of Atlas's nibblings. But it still make it. See more blooms. This is some multiplying onions I've just kind of let go wild or do nothing with. This is my okra patch. I had started with 30 okra seedlings. I think I started from seed. Yeah, it should be tall and pretty by another month. You won't even know this area. There's another jalapeno bush. Beautiful. That lasted from last year. Here's a Tabasco bush. I thought was just gone. It looked like, the whole bush looked like how this looks dead. The whole bush was that, and I thought it was dead. And I decided I would just dig it in the ground, put a lot of chicken manure compost around it, fed it with fishing mulch and lots of Epsom salt, and these leaves are big. So hopefully it'll bloom soon. This was a banana tree. I think it was 2 in here. It's come back at 7. So I'll see if my brother let me put it in the ground soon. These are potatoes. I'm thinking I should have gotten a bigger pot. I believe these are 3 gallons. Yeah, I should have got a bigger pot. Look at that. That's as high as I can get it. And it's just enormous. So hopefully we should be digging these potatoes up in probably May. I started them at the end of February. And a few had to start over because they rotted. We had a little cold snap. Yeah, it's basically been like 80 degrees. And it's just March. End of March. That's enough. That other part of the rosemary. So that's pretty much it. Excuse the wind. Pretty much it of the garden.